There's a lot of history tucked away in the lanes of Bangalore. Look around you and you will see an old monument built by an erstwhile king. While several dynasties like the Gangas, the Cholas or the Hoysalas have left their mark on the city, Bangalore was actually founded by Kempe Gowda and his successors. But there are two kings who have built many fortresses all over the state, the father-son duo, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Palaces, forts, gardens, the city still retains some of the old heritage. I'm Lakshmi Sharad and you're watching Travel with Lakshmi. It's blazing hot and summer is already here in Bangalore. But I'm comfortably nestled inside the cool environments of this summer palace built by Tipu Sultan. Fascinated by these wooden pillars and the balconies, I walk around aimlessly in this two-storied structure built over 300 years ago. The palace, says the guide, was built entirely with teak wood and was a model for Indo-Islamic style of architecture. Located in Old Bangalore, it was initially built by Hyder Ali and later completed by Tipu. He held his darbar sessions right here, while the smaller rooms were the women's quarters. Tipu built a lavish throne for himself, studded with precious stones, but he promised himself that he will not sit on it until he defeated the British. The throne sadly was destroyed by the British much later. There's something about an old fort that always lures me. The ancient walls speak to me, telling me stories of battles fought and won. I'm standing in the old mud fort, right in the heart of the city. Outside these walls is a cacophony of noise and clutter. But here there's absolute silence. This ancient mud fort was built initially by Kempe Gowda and the city grew around it. Hyder Ali later rebuilt it with granite. Tipu took over the reins from his father and was attacked by the British right here, who captured it. Most of the fort is now destroyed except for just a small area. Standing here and soaking in the silence, I wonder how the city would have been like in those times. From palaces and forts we move to gardens. I'm in my favourite haunt, Lal Bagh, soaking in the lush greenery and looking for birds. In fact, I came here for the first time many years ago to sight pelicans. It is this green paradise that gave Bangalore its old title, the Garden City. The botanical garden, home to over 1,000 species of plants, was commissioned by Hyder Ali and completed by Tipu. Some of the trees here are over 100 years old. The gardens are famous for the flower shows that are held twice every year inside the glass house. Walking around here, I almost feel like I'm in a sanctuary, far away from the madding crowd. The kings of the bygone eras have left behind their heritage to remind us of their reigns. And these are like little souvenirs from the past that tell us stories. In fact, I believe that they tell us more about a city's history than a textbook does. If you like this video, do give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and give me your suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel Travel with Lakshmi.